Kyle Adams, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, FoPo, how's it going?
Woo! FoPo!
Yeah. Glad you guys responded that way. You want to know the worst response to that question? How's it going? It's going. I have no recollection of my days. They mean nothing to me. My life is meaningless. It's going. Read the subtext, you guys. I wish I could just like at work if people ask me how it was going, just be like, woo! And then just clock in, you know. That'd be nice, but it just doesn't work that way. Also, I don't want to draw that much attention to myself. Sometimes I forget to wear my name tag. And when I do that, I make sure that I work extra hard and move twice as fast, and I'm constantly turning my chest away from manager view. But you gotta do sometimes. Also, I come into work stoned. And so I like to hotbox in my car, which is a no-no, I know. But I have a favorite song, and no, it isn't Higher Love by Steve Winwood. It's Here in My Car, and I like to play around with words a little bit. Here in my car, I smoke weed in my car. It's my buffer from the world in cars. I make a mistake though sometimes. I put out my bowl with my thumb, and then I end up like coming into work looking like a stoned football player because I have like ash on my face. That's not cool. I need to have just like handy wipes in my back pocket at all times, checking in the mirror. But football was an interesting time for me. They told me in football I could build my confidence by having it shattered every day, I guess. I didn't need bullies in high school because I had football coaches, and they kept me like down a peg at all times. I have flat feet. That's an interesting fact about me. I don't run very fast. I actually once had a defensive line coach tell me, "You don't have flat feet. You're just so fat you crushed your arches." And then he pants me in front of the cheerleaders who were practicing in an adjacent field. That was pretty sweet. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm glad you guys are still here after being berated for a little bit. Woo! That was nice. It's a good energy in here. I like it. It's always a good time here. So, have you guys seen the GOP debates? Did you guys watch any of that at all? Yeah. I think it should have started with a song. John Jacob, Jesus Heimer Smith, he's my Messiah too. Whenever we go out, there's pumpernickel into trout. John Jacob, Jesus Heimer Smith. So I actually was in a Mexican restaurant and I saw Donald Trump dubbed in Spanish, which I didn't know you were allowed to do. I actually spit my taco out when I saw it. It's kind of like watching Hitler play with a dreidel with a yarmulke on. I mean, it's pretty bad when Jeb Bush has to be like, calm down, dude. We all have these thoughts, but you can't vocalize them. I know this Christian kid, and he's got these tattoos on the tops of his feet, and they're the outlines of all of the continents of the world, which is really symbolic because he spends most of his time looking down on everybody and judging them. And I was like, wow, man, you're like really a lot deeper than I thought you were. But I have one tattoo. I get some more, but I never pierce my bras in, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you guys. See what else we got here. So I come from Florida, unfortunately. I don't know if anyone's been to Florida, but they have this like misconception out here that Florida's this magical beach where Mickey Mouse lives. But really it's a 90-degree peninsula perpetually where old people go to eventually get eaten by dogs and cats and stuff. I lived in those kind of communities where it was bad. Let's see what else is going on here. So, anyone a fan of Captain America at all? You guys read any of the comics? Oh yeah! Nobody's read any of the fucking comics, don't lie. Captain America is the lamest superhero there is, and I'll give you a reason why, because this is basically his backstory. I was just a little guy, and I just wanted to fight. And then the doctors, they gave me a shot, and then I grew up, and now I can't get drunk. And then I was frozen, now I'm not in my same time anymore, and there's not swing music on the radio, so I'm very lost and confused. But I'm a little biased because the only Captain America comic I ever had, I got from a doctor's office, and he literally fought the personification of asthma. So at 6 years old, I was like, he really needs more tangible villains, this Captain America. I've been vegetarian now for 2 months actually, and I know what you guys are thinking. Kyle's up here talking like his shit don't stink, and I'll be honest, it does smell a little bit better. It looks a little bit like hummus, and I want to spread it on a pita cracker. You want some? You good? I think I'm trying to look on the bright side. I'm like trying to change things about myself. I'm trying to look on the bright side. And one of the things I'm thinking, you know, maybe Jared from Subway. Stop it! Maybe Jared from Subway just needs to go to prison so he can get buff as fuck and he can fulfill, finally, he will complete the spectrum of fitness. And he will have made all the rounds, you know? I really believe it. I think he's gonna get ripped from anal. It's gonna happen. He deserves it. I had to try that. I'm sorry. I know Jared fucking jokes like he's some big fucking hero. He ate sandwiches and was a little bit less fat than he was before. That's all he did. So Jared's about to learn that stitches get stitches, but once we finally figure out that GMOs cause cancer, it won't be stitches get stitches, it'll be consumers get tumors. Getting a little dark here, you guys, but I'm looking on the bright side because with all of the preservatives that we're having, our bodies will have a really good shelf life once we die. So look on the bright side, you guys. We won't decompose quite as fast. God bless America. So let's see what else we got here. Let's talk about some fun stuff. So I'm a big fan of Bernie Sanders. Anyone else fan of Bernie Sanders in here? The only thing is, though, he reminds me of like a grandfather I never had telling me fairy tales. Tell me the one about free college again, Grandpa Bernie. Will we really rebuild our infrastructure? Only if you believe, Kyle. And remember, you're never too big to fail. I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself there, Bernie. No, it's just getting weird, man. We got all these reboots in Hollywood. And now we got reboots in Washington, D.C. We got another Bush running, we got another Clinton running. And I hope this time, if Hillary gets elected, she has sex with 2 Monicas to up the stakes this time. You know, and you know her inevitable like television apology will be CGI because they always phone in the sequels. But I don't know, man. I lost my train of thought again. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a while. I've been out for a week. I was actually out in Montana, and I got to see nice, fun family outings like a rodeo where they bind a fucking horse's cock in his balls until he just starts bucking everywhere, going crazy. And it's always the first thing he kicks off, and you're just like, oh, this is nice for all the children. But there was these kids playing like right by the fence, and there's a bull going fucking crazy. Literally just a single chain link fence. I don't know. I was at a family reunion, and I had my little cousins coming up to me asking me permission to do things, and I go, just because I'm holding a beer doesn't mean I'm an adult. Like I'm still a child in an adult suit. Like, can I have a cupcake? He's like, fuck, I don't give a shit. I'll have a cupcake. Whatever you want to fucking do. Alright, I gotta close this one strong. So I said I'm from Florida, and I didn't want to do this one night, but I'm going to close on this one. And, you know, in Florida, there's nothing but a bunch of assholes, alpha male assholes. And it's so hot there's nothing to do, so you have to jump in a pool just to cool off. So I realized, what does Florida have a lot of? Chlorinated assholes, right? So if I ever go back to Florida, I'm going to capitalize on that idea and start my first business venture. It's going to be the world's first tanning salon and anal bleaching in one. I'm going to call it Butthole Beach Tanning Salon. And I got a nifty jingle to go along with it. You guys want to hear the jingle? Yeah. All right. Come on down to Bleach Butthole Town. We'll turn your brown parts white and your white parts brown. putting up with that.
Give a hearty woo for Kyle, please.